Hello everyone, I am Father Gabriel, a Dominican friar and a Dominican priest, and currently assistant pastor at St. Mary's Parish in Vancouver, Canada. I welcome all of you to our series called Breakthrough, this time with the subtitle Overcome, as we will be presenting to you such astonishing and inspiring stories where God shows that He can go beyond endings, dead ends, and limitations, and turns seemingly hopeless situations into a downpour of blessings, leading one to overcome the difficult moments in life. Allow me to share with you one of these fascinating and uplifting stories, that of a dreamer who became a redeemer. But first, let me ask you a question. Do you happen to like riddles? Then this is a good one for you. Who are the two biblical characters bearing the same name but separated by 20 centuries, who relied heavily on dreams to bring salvation to their people? If you have not already guessed, the answer is rather easy. They are Joseph, the son of Jacob, and Saint Joseph, the foster father of Jesus. Both were dreamers, not in the sense of being disconnected from reality, but because they both believed that an important way God spoke to people was through dreams. Did you know that hundreds and maybe thousands of conversions to Christianity in the past 50 years were among individuals, men and women, seeing Jesus in their dreams, Jesus calling them to come to Him? In this episode of Breakthrough, I will share with you the powerful story of Joseph, the son of Jacob, who lived with his family in the land of Canaan about 2 millennia before Christ. The story of Joseph is fascinating and is one of the longest in the Bible. You can read it in the book of Genesis. It starts in chapter 37 and ends in chapter 50. As I've already mentioned dreams, I will entitle this story of Joseph From Dreamer to Redeemer. Joseph, a 17-year-old teenager, was the second youngest son of Jacob the patriarch. He had 11 siblings. He was his father's favorite son. True, he was handsome, very gifted, but he lacked maturity. One may say that he had somewhat of an inflated ego. Jacob, his father, entrusted him to regularly report on his 10 older brothers, who were shepherds and who took their herds to pasture. His father Jacob loved him so much that he made for him a special multicolored tunic that Joseph was very proud to wear. His brothers were very jealous of him. Joseph also shared 2 dreams with his brothers, who hated him all the more because of them. They nicknamed him Joseph the Dreamer. The first dream was about 11 sheaves of wheat bowing down before Joseph's own sheaf. In the second dream, Joseph saw the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowing to him. His father Jacob, who was present, rebuked him for it. No longer able to stomach him, Joseph's 10 brothers conspired against him and decided to kill him as they were tending their sheep far from their father's camp. Joseph was again sent by his father to check on his brothers. One of them, the eldest, Reuben, pleaded with his siblings not to murder their younger brother, but to throw him down a dry and deep pit nearby. So they undressed him and smeared his long robe with the blood of a goat to convince Jacob, their father, that his favorite son was torn apart and devoured by a lion. As they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites, Judah, one of the brothers, suggested to his siblings to sell Joseph to those traders going to Egypt for the sum of 20 shekels of silver. Joseph's breakdown was beginning. The criminal intentions of his brothers, who threw him down a pit and then sold him as a slave to the Ishmaelites, who sold them to Potiphar, a high Egyptian official. This was the start of Joseph's tribulations and suffering. Let us pause for a while and look closely how things were unfolding for him. Was there a time you also felt like this? How the world seems to be crumbling down around you? How nothing seems to work out right? Have you experienced a similar breakdown? A hopeless case? A heavy burden? What was it like? Did it pin you down? Were you paralyzed? Did you lose faith? Please, take a silent moment to see your own journey.